Former Prime Minister Imran Khan has announced he will issue a third open letter to Army Chief General Asim Munir, despite the apathy shown by the military to his previous two efforts. In the two earlier letters, Khan expressed concerns over the military's involvement in politics. He urged the army to return to its constitutional boundaries, pointing to a widening gap between the armed forces and the public over its support for the incumbent government. He also said resurgent terrorism required the military's sole focus, lamenting that its resources are instead being used to crush the PTI. While the letters ostensibly criticize the military's role in governance, their practical impact on policy remains negligible. By its very nature, an open letter serves more as a public declaration rather than a mechanism for enacting change. As such, it appears intended more for public consumption and bolstering Khan's political base rather than achieving any substantive policy shift. The strategy also points to a role reversal between Khan and the present government. When Khan was the prime minister, his then opposition, particularly leaders of the PPP and PMLN, frequently called upon the military to distance themselves from the PTI-led government. Khan's letters echo the refrain. They highlight the cyclical nature of Pakistani politics, in which civilian leaders alternate between singing the praises of the military while in government and decrying its role in politics when circumstances change. Reliance on the military to mediate or influence political outcomes not only undermines democratic institutions, but also perpetuates a cycle where the military remains a central actor in the nation's politics. For Pakistan to achieve a genuine restoration of democratic principles, political leaders must stop relying on the army as an arbiter and work together to strengthen civilian institutions. Addressing political grievances through dialogue, legislative processes, and judicial avenues reinforces the foundations of democracy, in turn reducing the military's role in political affairs. Imran Khan's open letters undeniably highlight legitimate concerns about the military's involvement in political affairs. Meaningful transformation, however, requires Pakistan's political leadership to prioritize engagement with civilian entities and commit to resolving disputes within the democratic framework. Without genuine political dialogue, Pakistan's leaders will continue to undermine the very democratic culture they claim to uphold.